My father and I had a car accident. It was at night. The rain was heavy. We were traveling the road when suddenly a girl dressed in white crossed our path. My father reacted quickly, trying to avoid the girl. The car ended up overturning. I was in a daze. My vision was blurry. I watched as my father convulsed while I lost consciousness. When I woke up, I found myself leaving a destroyed cabin. I didn't know where I was. The first things I could visualize was an old woman staring at me, laughing and repeating, "They want to see you dead." I puzzled good up and went straight to ask him, "How are you?" But the closer I got, the further the room receded. I chose to go and feed my father. When I came out, I looked out the window. The lady was crying, and with a last scream, she disappeared in front of me. I didn't know what was happening. The cabin was in the fear of the woods. I had no idea where to start looking. I decided to guide myself by my intuition. I entered the forest. I walked through the place that could be seen clearly signs on some trails. My vision began to blur and my head began to ache. Each path I took led back to the cabin. It was an endless cycle. I felt as if an entity was watching me from the shadows. I decided to take the path where I could see anything. I have nothing to lose. I went to the forest again. I got to a point where I started hearing whispers from people. I thought I had reached a point where I could ask for help. I started to go where they came from. The strongest thing is that there was no wolf or camp. The sounds began to be heard louder and louder. With the little vision I had, I could see even encyclical people next to a tree, totally in the dark. That thing immediately noticed my presence, and what I thought was a person was actually an amorphous being, faceless, tail with heels instantly for eyes. The muscles of its body were exposed, and what were murmurs became moans. I began to run when aimlessly while the creature chased me. Each time I went forward, I found more and more of those things. My only hope was to be able to find someone who could help me. I got to a point where I could visualize I like at the end of the forest. I had to manage of things to stop looking for me. When it came to light, it was my fire car wrapped in a fire and with him inside. An impulse made me run to see if he was still alive. As I approached face to face so that I could see, my father woke up like of those creatures climbing my face off. Everything went dark. I woke up in a hospital with my father by my side. They told me that I had been in a coma since we suffered the accident. I was relieved, but I still felt watched. I decided to go back to the place of the accident. When a car arrives, it almost hit me. Unfortunately, the car crashed to save me. I ran to see if the people were okay, but I was totally stunned when I realized that the people who were in the car were us. The day of the accident.